If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. And follow me on my social medias. They'll be linked in the description below. So today, by the title, you already know what's going on. I am doing a story time about the time I had a stalker. So we're just gonna give him a fake name, John. This wasn't recent. This was maybe about 4 years ago. So I was a hostess at this restaurant called Cheddar's a year or so before he had started working there. I was a hostess and he was a server. Mind y'all, John is very skinny, very lanky, glasses, the whole little, I wouldn't say nerd, but like the whole, it basically give y'all like off nerd vibes, which ain't no wrong with it. I'm not saying anything's wrong with the type of people, I'm just saying that's how he was. He didn't have that many friends. People would like pick on him for no reason. We started having shifts together. And first off, everything was good. Everything was gravy, going smooth. I was just chilling. I wasn't trying to be in a relationship. I wasn't trying to talk to nobody. None of that. It was just working home, working home, working home. First off, he came off like he just wanted to be my friend, nothing more, nothing less. He basically, you know, conversate with me like all the time at work when we did have shifts together, like while he was training and stuff like that. And I didn't see a problem with it because I had a few friends back then, and especially at work, I used to always talk to my coworkers and vice versa. So I was always friendly to the new coworker because, especially the way Cheddar's was, it was like kind of clicked up. So, you know, everybody had their little groups or whatever. It was like kind of on a friendly level, but you know, basically everybody had their own little groups. So, you know, he was new, he was fresh, you know, he didn't find his group yet, he didn't have nobody to talk to. So me being the person that I am, I'm very nice, I'm very open, especially if I get good vibes from you, as so I thought it's good vibes. So, you know, I speak to him, he'll speak to me, we'll have like conversations at work and stuff like that. And it came to a point where he asked me that I wanted to eat with him. And I was like, yeah, sure, but it was just on a friend's level. Keep that in mind, it was just on a friend's level, it was nothing more, nothing less. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? You know, you can never have no friends, especially he's new here. He doesn't have that many, you know, friends or whatever. So we went to a restaurant. It was called Taco Mania. Anyways, he had kind of picked me up from my apartment, so he knew where I stayed then. Started off as a simple, friendly dinner between two friends, because that's what we were. Mind y'all, back then I was very, I won't say naive, well I was, but I don't know. I was very naive. I didn't really notice when people would try to flirt with me or attract to me or really like me like that unless they just blatantly told me. As the dinner goes on, he's basically, you know, telling me like, you're so pretty, why are you single? Basically just asking me questions like, what do I see in a guy? But he was mixing it up with like friendly, regular friend conversation. I guess I wouldn't like catch his drift or whatever, or I wasn't getting the drift because I really was paying attention. I was eating, mind my business. After the dinner had ended, we went to my house where he would drop me off at home. Because he was on driving. He was trying to come up or whatever, but I was like, no, I have to work tomorrow. I used to work a lot. He was very persistent about coming in. I think he asked like more than once, and I was like, no. Like, I stood my ground, like, no. So he ended up leaving. Ever since that time, I agreed to go out to eat with him. That's when the crazy stuff started happening. So he starts texting me way more after their day. Even work shifts that we weren't even scheduled to be on together. Somehow we would end up on the work shifts together. Half the time he would come in, his name wouldn't even be on the floor chart. I'm going back into the manager, you know, why is he on the floor chart? He wasn't on the schedule. They're like, oh, he picked up for somebody last minute, or he switched shifts with somebody or stuff like that. And he could see my schedule because I think we had like hot schedules. We had some kind of website where we could see other people's schedules on, especially if you're on the same shift as them. You can, it don't matter what position they're in, you can still see what time and what days they work, if they work the same days as you. I really feel like that he was trying to match his schedule up with mine so he could see me more, because I really wasn't hanging out with him that much at the time, you know, I worked a lot or whatever, or I just didn't feel like it. That was red flag number one. Somehow he would always pop up at work with me. Y'all probably thinking like, oh, that's nothing, he probably just want more money. No. Because every time he would be at work, he would be always in my face, barely working, getting on my nerves. And then like the days I didn't work, he was trying to hang out with me all the time. He would text me buku times. If I take too long to text him back, he'll blow my phone up with texts and calls back to back until I responded. Even if he was off from work, he'll still sometimes pop up at work for no reason at all. He really liked me and that this dude had a problem and then he really wanted to talk to me. And I nipped that in the bud first chance I got. I was like, not trying to be mean or anything because I'm not a mean person. But I don't want to be in a relationship right now. I want to be single, and I just don't simply find you attractive. Like, you're not my type. I don't want to talk to you. I had to tell him this multiple times. At first he got the hint, but then after that a little bit, obviously he didn't get the hint, because this is where the buku texts and calls came in, the popping up at work, trying to work on the same shit as me all the time, asking people at work random questions about me, trying to learn more about me, and they would come back and tell me like, hey, he asked me this about you the other day. He told me y'all was going together. He told me y'all talked, that y'all went out to eat, that y'all doing this and that and that. You said this, you did this, and I'm like, I did none of that. I said none of that. We went to eat one time. That was it. That was all. He's supposed to be my friend, and he's trying to blow this out of proportion and make this bigger than what it is. All this stuff was happening so quick too. It was happening like since he started there, like maybe a few weeks had passed, and that's when he started acting like really crazy and obsessed with me. So basically, like I was saying, they'll come back to me telling me stuff, and then I eventually grew tired of it. It got to a point where I just would come to him at work, and we work together, and be like, why are you telling people this? Why are you doing this? He would either deny it, saying he didn't say that, he didn't do that, they're lying and all stuff. Mind you, I knew these people way longer than I knew him. Some people I grew up with or whatever, so I was like, they can't be lying. Like, I just knew in my heart they weren't lying. Me and my friends at work, we, you know, joke about it or whatever, because I really want to talk to him anymore. I was annoyed with it. I thought he just really liked me, and he wasn't giving up until I started talking to him, which I didn't think of it because I never had a stalker before. So I didn't really know how it went, like how it was. So we would joke about it from time to time or whatever, just stuff he would do and say or whatever. But then it just started getting very obsessive and very weird. The texts and the calls got worse. I had to eventually block him. It just was just too much weird, I can't cuss. So much weird stuff was happening in a short amount of time, and I was like, something's really wrong with this boy. He really needs help. Like, he would somehow, he added me on all my social medias, but it came to a point where he's following me on all my social medias. I blocked him from my phone. He would message me on Facebook back to back to back and be like, why don't you want to talk to me? Why am I not good enough for you? Am I ugly? Can I be your boyfriend? You're beautiful. I want to talk to you. Why aren't you talking to me? Just all kinds of different stuff. And that's where I started getting creeped out and stuff like that. I'm like, something's really wrong with this boy. He really needs help. What is wrong with him? Like, I barely gave him any play from the beginning, like none whatsoever. I was just being your friend. I told you how I felt. I didn't want to be in a relationship. I didn't find you attractive. None of that. So I was like, why is he doing all this? Like, something's really wrong with this boy. And people at work started getting concerned too. They was like, yeah, he is weird. Like, he's doing weird stuff. He's been basically obsessed and idolizing over you. He knew where I stayed. I'm pretty sure he popped up at my apartment more than once about it. And I opened the door, or either I wasn't there. So then he started like coming out these rumors. Like I was telling y'all before, like, we did this, we did that, that we dated, just all kinds of weird stuff. And I'm like, no, we did not do none of this. Why is this boy lying? At whatever cost I could, I would try to stay away from him, especially at work, because he was freaking crazy. He didn't even work there that long. He worked there like a few months, and then I think he ended up getting fired for something. I can't remember what he had got fired for, but I'm still working there after the fact. So I had to block him on all my social medias. I had to block him from my phone multiple times, because y'all know I'm a very nice person. Like, so when he would try to apologize in person and everything else, I would unblock him, because I was like, I'm gonna give him another chance, because it doesn't seem weird. You just need to know, this is my boundaries. This is what you can say and do. This is what you can't say and do. Just be my friend, basically, because I don't want to talk to you. So he would act like he would get what I was saying, and he wouldn't ever do it again. But weeks would pass by, or like a week, or even days, and he would still keep acting the same way. So I would have to re-block him from my phone and on all my social medias over and over again, because I was just way too nice back then. I gave people like way too many chances than they really deserve. So that's what I was doing. But I eventually just blocked him for good on everything in my phone. Oh yeah, and another thing, would also, like, when I wouldn't give him like any play, I wouldn't talk to him at work, ignore him and stuff like that, he would like say mean slurs about me, call me names, all kinds of stuff at work, in front of people, or like to my phone, or on social media. Like, he would get mad. Like, it seemed like he had an anger problem or something too. So he would like get mad out of nowhere, like he's bipolar or something, and just go off on me for no reason. Also, he would try to talk to my coworkers, like my close friends at work, because I wouldn't talk to him. So he would try to talk to them, and they would come back and tell me like, he tried to talk to me too, or he said this, he said that. And we would compare like what he would say, because he'll say the same stuff to everybody. He'll ask all of us like, am I ugly? Why you don't want to talk to me? So he basically would obsess over different people. Like, after me, I was his first person that he was obsessing over, being stalkerish. After he seen that wasn't going anywhere, eventually he moved on to the next person and the next person and the next person of my friends and coworkers. He would like harass them and stalk them, and just on social media somehow find their freaking social medias and harass them. Everybody would basically say the same thing, like, I don't like you, you're not attractive, I don't want to talk to you. Or they can even have baby like daddies that they're talking to, F buddies, they could be married, have a boyfriend, anything, and he would know that. Or if he didn't know and they told him, as soon as he tried to talk to them, he would still try to be persistent and talk to them back to back to back. It came to one point like one of my friends had to tell her baby daddy that it was happening, and he had to like freaking check him. Like, he had to come up there and check him. But now, update, well, nothing really crazy happened. Like, he didn't try to like kill me or anything. Long story short, basically what ended up happening is that he ended up getting fired from Cheddar's, I believe. I don't think he quit. I think he got fired for something. He ended up getting fired. He still tried to contact me on social media, trying to talk to me, but I wouldn't talk back to him. It just annoying me, so I ended up blocking him again on social media. And this is the last and final time, y'all, for real. I know you're talking to me. This is what's crazy. I don't have time for this. Like, it's over. Leave me alone. You don't be working anymore. Leave me the freak alone. Which y'all probably wouldn't think is any harm, but if y'all went through what I went through, y'all be like, this boy's crazy. Leave him alone, sis. That's what I was trying to do. And that really was the end of it. I haven't heard from him since then. I'm so happy I haven't heard from him since then. And I'm glad that, because most people's stalker story times and experiences are way worse than this. Like, they end up getting like beat or like raped or just like a whole bunch of crazy instances, like them stalking them like really, really bad. So my story compared to theirs is not nearly as traumatizing or bad, but I just feel like I need to like share my stalker story time with y'all. But that is the end of my story time. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. And follow me on my social medias. They'll be linked in the description below. Love you guys so much. Bye.